Hello everybody, Crapshoot Clint here, starting session 18 of our 2451 dice set to see how well it performs versus my original dice tracker set that I made. Not showing as great of promise after yesterday's debacle. It was absolutely wretched. So we're going to try it again today. There are some sets that are starting to peak around the corner that show some nice change. So, like I said, with that, 2451, and dice are out. One, four, five. And so we're solely looking at the 4 in this instance. So any other numbers we roll, that'll be something else for a different tracker. But hopefully when I'm done with this, I can find a number that helps me avoid the 5, the 6, 8, 9, 10. May be able to find numbers that are more susceptible to rolling fields or horns or. So with that, we'll get some good data at least. 2451. 268. I do not like when that dice goes into that corner. It's only bad news. So far, 2 nice box hits. 2451. This set does seem to throw 6s, 8s, and 9s. And ace deuce. 268. And I will be so glad when these political ads are over. Two, 6, 8. Looked pretty identical to the last shot, except it didn't go into the hook. Hard 10. I'll have to work on some calls. Some of the other guys I've shot with on the live fantasy craps, they make up all kinds of names for these shots. I just haven't found any that were crap shooty. 2451. Hard 4. Thought that was going to. Thought that was going to stop on a 3-2. A little bit too much gas in the left hand dice. 2451. There's a double pitch of the right die. 549. 9. Right die off axis. Two, 4, 5, 1. Five, 3, 8. Again, right die off axis. Two, 4, 5, 1. Five, 4, 9. I went from having single pitches to having my right die off axis. 2, 4, 5, 1. Aces. I guess I do have a call. Aces and midnight. I was left die off axis. So basically what I mean is you should only see a 2, a 4, a 5, or a 3. And if it shows a 1 or a 6, that means the die, instead of rotating this way, flipped. And now it's rotating that way. So 2, 4, 5, 1. Six, 2, 8. Left die is off axis. Two, 4, 5, 1. Yo, 5, 6. Was shot number 11. 5, 6, yo. Last shot of the first third. Three, 4, 7. Right die off axis. All right, starting the second, third, the middle third. I rub my fingers on the felt. Sometimes they get cold. It's a little chilly up here in my shooting room. 1, 5, 6. That's the left die off axis. Shot number 14. Five, 3, 8. Left die off axis, which that's how most of my shots are. They're either single pitched or one dies off axis. 2, 4, 5, 1. Oh, white die slipped out of my hand. 5, 6, yo. Got lucky on that one. A single pitch. 2, 4, 5, 1. Six, 4, 10. Or 4, 6, 10. Another double pitch. Basically, it meant that right dice turned 2 more times than the left die. Four, 5, 9. Two, 4, 5, 1. This is the halfway point, shot number 18. 6, 1, 7. Again, if you're having a lay on the 4, all that means is you're betting that the red will come before the 4 does. Got 19. Four, 1, 5. Primary backside. My first primary hit of the day. And that kind of goes par for what I know how my shot works. 2, 4, 5, 1. It just means throwing the hard way set. I don't get many hard ways out of it. 4, 3, 7. Right side off axis. 2, 4, 5, 1. Oh, hard 4. Another double pitch. Right dice double pitched. 2, 4, 5, 1. Still, the statistical average is you throw 1 every 12 shots. I am finding some sets that are showing some nice deviation. 2, 4, 6. Shot 23. 2, 4, 5, 1. Two, three, five. And once I'm finished with this, I'll start my 4 weeks of practice before I head to Kansas City for a private table I've been invited to be on. 617. And that ends the second third. Pretty pedestrian numbers. Nothing that's glaring and hopping out. 2, 4, 5, 1. 1, 4, 5. Five, 1. There's a drift of the dice. Both dice rolled over to the right. 1, 4, 5. Must not be completely flush to the table. 2, 4, 5, 1. Oh, and a misfire. It's pretty embarrassing. 1, 2, 3. Go 1, 2 punch. Sorry, 2, 1. 2, 4, 5, 1. Been being 78 up here. I think it's about 67 right now. Ooh, both dice kissed. 5, 3, 8. Shot 29. 4, 5, 1. Midnight. 'Probably should have worn my glasses. Computer screen's a little blurry. 4, 5, 1. 6, 3, 9. 31. 4, 5, 1. 4, 1, 5. Excuse me. 2, 4, 5, 1. 1, 2, 3. 'Other thing this does, it gives me practice on throwing a long roll. Seems like set of dice that weigh 19, 20 grams seem to get fatigued pretty often. Part 8. There's the hard way I expect to see. Shot 34. 4, 5, 1. Hard 4. So we are at statistical average with 2 shots to go. Two, 4, 5, 1. I will say whoever's parlaying that hard 4, that is the only thing I've hit off of it. 6, 3, 9. And last shot. 2, 4, 5, 1. And we wind up red. 2, 5. Primary topside hit. So that gives us a sevens to rolls ratio of 7.2 through 5 reds today. 5.00 box numbers to sevens ratio, both above. Dice on axis are low. One die off axis is high. Double pitches are high. And both die off axis is high. So if we look at some of the best SRR today is an 18. Let's see what that is. 3, 2, 4, 2. 3, 5, 1, 3 would have given me 30 across numbers and 25 inside. Looks like he was high on the 8 and the 9. So definitely the best set of the day was the 3, 2, 4, 2. Would have been 2 reds for the full session. So you'd have been plus on the 4, 5, and 8, as well as the bookends. You'd had 1 more aces and 2 more midnights than what was statistically supposed to fall. So adding all of this, and looking at the complete tracker, this gives us rolls 6, 13, 18, 613 through 648. My little tabs in here for the next set. Check out session data. Overall, this would give me an SRR of 6.06. Like I said, pedestrian and an average. I would be 7 less on the 4s, 7 less on the 6s, 9 less on the 10s. 3, 6, 3, 2 is a good set. Would have been 463 across numbers, 278 outside. So 7.28 looks like the best SRR. Looks like 4114 is the largest number of field numbers, horn numbers, and world numbers. And it's 17 under for throwing 4s and 22 under for throwing 5s. Okay, have to keep that in mind. That'll be one to look at and chart later on. So 6515 would have been 19 less red and 343 inside numbers. Been plus 6 on the 5, 10 on the 8, and 8 on the 9. Very nice. This has been Crapshoot Clint, guaranteeing you'll never know what you're going to get from me yet. Bye.